So let's show an example of how you would build, you would use a deployment configuration. Here I modified this component, the info modal component. It's the component that shows in the game the instruction to play the game, and I've added this. I'm basically going to take the value that is here, um, yes, and I'm displaying it as part of the instruction to play the game. Um, I committed that change, I pushed that change, and in fact, let me maybe do it with you together. Yeah, instead of local developer, let's do dear header, and let's commit that, updated, and then I have to push my changes to the origin, and then I need to build this with CodeNow. This is the application. This is the component. I'm building it. It's a release build. No, I'm not going. Am I going to deploy immediately? I am not going to deploy immediately because I want to show you how to use deployment configuration. So I'm just going to build. And that should be it. It's building. It started. Okay. So while this is building, I'm going to create a deployment configuration. So to create a deployment configuration, it's in the application detail. This is your application detail screen. I'm going to go to deployed application and deploy application. And what do I see? It's telling me no application packages found. Please create some application packages first. This is a requirement. What is an application package? An application package, very simply, is going to be the set of the component that you want to deploy. It's basically what you are going to deploy. Here, I just have one component, so it's going to be a simple package because the package will only have one component. Let's create an application package. So we have to give a version number for this package, and then we need to decide what goes into the package. So here it's easy, it's only one component. We put the latest version and we confirm. So we have the package 001 that is going to be holding the front-end component. And now we can continue with our deployment. So we are going to deploy on the environment that we have created specific to this application, this package that we just created. So this package, remember, is just saying I want to deploy the front-end component that I put in this package. I click next, and then I will move to the second phase, which is where I can specify deployment configuration, and there I have the opportunity to edit the runtime configuration.js that I had defined previously. So for this one, I'm going to dear Wordle, for example. Let's call it that way. And I'm going to deploy. So confirm, first of all, I confirm, and then I can just deploy. And then the user interface will show me that the deployment is in progress. So let's go back. While this is deploying, you can see all the graphical information about the deployment. It's healthy, it's already deployed actually. Everything is fine. I should be already able to see the deployed application. Yep, this is the one I just deployed. Let's have a look. And let's go to the Dear World. There we go. This has taken into account, this application has been deployed to this environment, and it took the runtime configuration.js that I gave him in CodeNow. So in the repository, we have Dear Heather, but when we deployed to this environment, we changed the configuration file. We put another value, we put Dear Wordle. If I wanted to deploy the application to brc-dev, I can provide another all the values for those configuration parameters. So let me do that. Application package. Yes. Just before I do that, I'm going to show you what you can see here. We have the changes that we made is saved in CodeNow. It's not saved in the repository. It's saved in CodeNow. For this environment, target environment, for this package, this is the configuration parameters that CodeNow is going to use. And if I want to have different configuration parameter for a different environment, in that case, I create a new configuration, and I'm going to use, for example, this other environment. I can use the same package, and I can just put Dear Dear Man of the World, let's say. And I click confirm. Then once again, I can deploy. I can select that runtime. You can see this is a value I edited, and then I just have to deploy. So it's being deployed, and we can wait for the deployment to happen. While we wait, let's have a look again at, yes. So you can see here, for this environment, for this package version, I have the runtime configuration parameter that I have saved. If I wanted to do another one, of course, I follow the same logic. What I want to emphasize here with you is, let's take this other environment, same package. What I want to emphasize here with you is the file that you see here is the one that is in your Git repository. So the values, the runtime configurations that you have in the repo is used as some kind of template. So you don't start from scratch to write this file. It starts from what you put in the Git repository, which is why you have Dear Heather here. That's the same value that I have in my CodeNow config runtime configuration JS file in the repository, in the Git repository. Let's go back to see our application. It's deployed. It was here. Let's open it. And we should be able to see Dear Man of the World. So this is how deployment configuration, this is what deployment configuration are used for. At no point I had to rebuild the application. It's the same application that I deploy in different environment, and the application, when it starts, it reads some parameters, and according to the parameters it has read, is going to behave in different ways. So here it's a very simple thing. We have a parameter which is just a string, and we display that string in a user interface.